This week's news from the tubes on F5 Live Refreshing Technology is proudly powered by Malwarebytes. Whether you use a PC, a Mac, or a mobile device, Malwarebytes Premium is the company's strongest protection ever. It fights threats that traditional antivirus software can't stop, plus it actively blocks threats like worms, rogues, dialers, trojans, spyware, and a whole lot more. It allows you to use your computer and mobile devices with confidence and peace of mind. To learn more and to get a special price, you can go to f5live.tv/malwarebytes. For several years, we've talked about the topic of TikTok, the public's on-again, off-again, love-hate relationship, the government's on-again, off-again, love-hate relationship, and the occasional attempt to ban it in the US, Canada, most of Europe, on and off, in short bursts, excitement and gone, excitement and gone. Another attempt went through recently and was met with some challenges, and so a new tactic was born. The Restrict Act. Now, the Restrict Act is being advertised as the next push to remove TikTok. However, that's not what it's for. In fact, it doesn't mention TikTok. What it does is it gives a lot of people in the government some bureaucratic level control, which I don't think any of us want, to do all kinds of cybersecurity related things. Unfortunately, the end result is a number of things that we've talked about for years have all of a sudden started to materialize in ways that nobody wants. For example, there could be blanket bans on software and hardware. Not TikTok, it's not mentioned by name, but theoretically any software or hardware if a particular group within a particular division of the government that are not elected to their positions say, no, this is scary. This is a threat. Well, that's not great. But that's also not the story here. The story here is that the anti-encryption legislation, which has been attempted so many times and slapped down because it's stupid, has resurfaced and is part of the Restrict Act. So there could be the potential of jail time for not having encryption backdoors. I cannot believe we're here again, Avram, talking about backdoors and encryption. Once there's a backdoor, the encryption is worthless. And yet here we are, and they're talking about encryption again. And this time they've shoehorned it into something that they've gotten people riled up about.
Oh, well, this is a backdoor.
This is right, exactly. This is its own encryption backdoor.
This is a backdoor into getting backdoors into encryption, right? Fool people into saying TikTok is scary, TikTok is bad, and now we need this act, when in fact the act doesn't really stop TikTok, and I don't really think, I have not yet seen any evidence that TikTok needs to be stopped. I mean, if it's sharing information with the Chinese government or something, I mean that's possible because ByteDance is a Chinese company and the government there asserts a lot of powers over everything, but a lot of things are made in China, and we don't seem to treat them all this way.
True.
So, I mean, it's on your phone, so okay. I mean, what are they going to find out that they can't find out from searching the web? Like, what are they gonna do? Or asking Bart, like, what are they gonna find out? I mean, like, our privacy is in the everyone's privacy is already in the toilet.
Yeah,
If a foreign government wants to find out about you, they easily can.
it's
Um,
true.
they don't need to install an app on your phone to necessarily to get it. So, I mean, it's a social network, and I'm very skeptical of this panic about TikTok because it is also disruptive to some American companies that want those eyeballs.
Yeah,
Google, Facebook, Reddit, Twitter,
YouTube.
all. Well, I meant YouTube when I said Google. I also, but
But
yeah.
in fairness, both of them want those eyeballs separately and for different reasons.
Yes, yes, they all want. So it's to anybody who wants, eyeballs. I mean, hey, I wish people would just read Tom's Hardware instead, but instead of going to TikTok. But anyway, the I mean, I don't see anything particularly wrong with with TikTok. Um, so, but maybe there's something going on there. But this Restrict Act is obviously a backdoor into other stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
like
it should.
like potentially criminalizing certain VPN usage, up to
Yeah.
20 years in prison for using VPNs to access anything that could be considered on the list of contraband.
So if you use a VPN to access, so if TikTok is banned and you use a VPN to access TikTok,
Up to 20 years.
oh man, imagine that cell block. What
Oh,
are you in for? Like armed
yeah,
robbery,
they
murder,
they'd have the
VPN.
same jitters that drug addicts that are detoxing in prison have, but it's because they don't have TikTok.
Yeah. Just ask the other inmates to dance for you. Um,
Yeah, I bet that would go real well.
ask them
They're
to
going
do
to
the
turn around and
Megan
ask you to
dance.
dance for them.
Anyway, so yes, I think the this law is an incredible overreach, and I hope it doesn't pass.
Yeah, for sure. My fear is because they're couching it in the TikTok terms, and they've managed to rile up both sides. This is the first time in a while that both sides of any argument have agreed, which is odd. And what's the political saying? If Republicans and Democrats work together on a bill, it's probably the worst possible thing that could happen.
Yeah,
And
there you go.
they, they each suck in their own way. When they come together, they make it worse. And that's absolutely what appears to be happening here. It's a terrifying bill. I have been reading through it. I've been asked onto a show this week to talk about it in depth because I've been trying to read all the way through it to see if I can keep my head together. Because nobody who's going to vote on it will have accomplished that, we know. So I'm trying to be the only one to do it. And so far, it is a frightening, frightening situation. And I'm with you. Hopefully, it doesn't pass. I hope that the frothing at the mouth that they've managed to get people into doesn't encourage people to say, let's pass this horrifying thing that is, I was going to say unconsidered, but it's very considered, and that I think is its biggest problem. So hopefully we won't see this go through. Fingers crossed. Hello, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of F5 Live Refreshing Technology. If you did, please subscribe to the channel down below, and of course hit the notification bell because we know that subscriptions don't mean much on YouTube anymore. If you've got topics that you'd like us to talk about in the future, please comment them down below. And if you'd like to not follow us on YouTube, there's lots of ways that you can follow along with our content by going to plughitslive.com/subscribe. There you'll see all of our shows and all of the ways that you can watch, listen, and follow along.